What about Nft Funko?
So, accidentally got sold yesterday, but we no longer can. They were sold accidentally. Yesterday we had like 2 boxes, that was about it.
Which ones were they?
Ninja Turtles.
Oh!
So we're back.
We are back, and as you can tell by the very serious news intro, this is a very serious video. So no poop, no farts, no dicks. Okay?
Okay.
Think you can do it?
I think so. A lot has transpired today, and I don't know much about what happened.
No, you don't.
Because I was very busy with my day job, and you texted me and called me on every single phone number that you knew that I would answer, and I didn't answer on any of them because I was too busy. And then I came back to dozens of messages on Instagram, on Facebook. I think I got a text or two. Everybody was reaching out to me, wanting to know what my thoughts are on all this. And I didn't want to respond because I don't really know much about it. The only thing that I know is that there's a video of a guy talking about TMNT NFT Funko Pops being sold, and then there was a sign that showed prices, and it says NFT $15.
Yeah.
NFT $15 tells me that they were selling, I can't believe I'm saying this, they're selling NFT Funko Pops for $15.
Yes. Allegedly.
It's allegedly?
I'll give you my thoughts on that in a minute. All I know is things are up and they're not looking good, and they haven't been looking good for a while, and the NFT Funko thing has been sort of weird for a long time. First of all, they up all the time.
Yeah.
They send damaged product and only give people $30 for
Yeah,
a
I know,
replacement.
that's bad. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
They send out grails when they're supposed to get sodas.
Right.
They take forever to ship. There's a bunch of delays.
Right, there's a lot of issues.
A whole lot of issues. This is a big one. However, before we go any further, I did want to mention that I do not believe this is a drop issue. I saw the drop Discord heating up big time today. However, this is at a Funko warehouse, not a drop warehouse. And even though I've noticed that on the redeemable shipping, in the return address, it does say drop. I think that Funko probably fulfills those.
We always say that drop's not involved, and a lot of people get angry at us. So drop and Funko are involved in the NFT thing.
Yes.
We do not know enough information to know how drop is involved in terms of shipping, receiving these products.
Yes.
We don't know anything. So allegedly, it's not a drop issue. We don't know that. And I just want to say that now because I don't need people jumping on us in the comments. Because it's exactly what will happen.
They're still going to. Don't worry about it.
People will say that it's why are you siding with drop? They're shitheads. I can already hear it. So we're okay, that's fine. We'll just leave it at that.
All of this started because Dish Trackers on Instagram and Twitter posted a video of an alleged Funko employee talking about how 2 boxes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle redeemables were accidentally sold yesterday.
I saw that. Did he say accidentally?
Yes. So a lot of people are saying that they were purchased by the Funko employees. However, this was not said in the video, and I don't understand where people are getting that. Did it just open to the public today? Because maybe that's where the assumption's coming from.
Yeah, it opened to the public today.
Okay,
Today was day 1.
So maybe it was sold to employees.
That's why they're thinking because today was day 1 and it was sold yesterday. That's why they're thinking it's an employee. Anyway, that's speculation. It doesn't matter.
It is speculation. All of this is speculation because I have not seen a picture of a receipt and a picture of the redeemables yet. However, on OfferUp 18 hours ago, someone posted that they had a ton of the NFT redeemables
I saw
for
the
sale.
Leonardos. I saw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of the Superman ones or whatever with the, was it yellow or something? Like yellow glasses or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So in the video, the guy does state that they were sold yesterday, 2 boxes, He wasn't there for it. He doesn't know what happened. But another interesting thing that he had to say is that there are Fright Night sodas, packs of 3 for $40, and you can't open them because there are chases involved. But there were no chases in
That's
the
weird.
at-home or at the event boxes.
Maybe he doesn't know enough.
Bingo!
So, in other words, you're saying you don't think the NFTs were sold? The NFT pops were
I'm
sold?
not saying that. I'm saying without hard proof.
It's hard to say that it's real?
Yes. And I'm not taking Drop's side. I'm not taking Funko's side. I just haven't seen the actual proof. There's a lot of evidence that shows that this is true.
Well, they had a sign that said NFT at $15.
But nobody today who was there today
I understand.
saw that.
But with that being on the side, that means that it was premeditated. That was the idea. They were going to sell these things for $15. It was printed. So that was their plan. And so there's a lot of problems with this.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
I don't know if we even kicked this off properly, but there was a warehouse sale in Arizona. And it was like 75% off or something like that. And they were selling all sorts of stuff. My thoughts were it was going to be a warehouse full of Funko Shop exclusives and things they can't sell. I figured Eddie Munson would show up and things like that because they needed to basically clear out the warehouse. And what we didn't know is that there are hidden gems throughout the entire thing. Hall H Funko Pops. I'm wondering if the Hall H Ahsokas will show up. I've been thinking about that.
Me too.
But that doesn't matter. So the people that showed up and they ended up buying those Funko Pops, great, good on them. They are there, they're lucky, and they're finding really cool shit. The problem is that if they're selling NFT Funko Pops, that is not good. Because we've talked about this for a long time, the credibility of the NFT Funko Pop. They're selling these things and they're calling them limited pieces. They're associating a number with them. But what we do know is that on the Funko Pop itself, as an example, this Freddy Funko as Captain Cutler, it says 2,000 pieces on it. This doesn't say whatever the real number is that were actually redeemed. So let's say 1988. That number isn't printed on here. So there's nothing on this box that tells us how many of this Funko Pop actually exists. We are to trust that only the redeemed Funko Pops are out in the wild right now.
Yes.
That's huge problem number one. During our interview with Drop, they mentioned at one part of the interview that it's possible that they're going to make them all and then destroy the ones that are not actually redeemed.
Okay, they made mention of possibly doing that. They couldn't tell us exactly what happened.
I know, they couldn't be clear about it.
However, there is a screenshot from Twitter stating that all of the unredeemed NFT Funko Pops are destroyed.
Okay, well, this proves that's not true if they were sold at the Arizona warehouse.
Yes.
Right. So that's a huge issue. And what we have been advocating for a very long time is that they print the actual numbers on these boxes.
Yes.
And at this point, they should properly control them. They should be maybe handwritten. Like, there aren't that many Funko Pops. We're talking runs of like 2,000. Something special can be done.
Yes.
Stickers can be printed that tell you 1 of 2,000, 2 of 2,000, so on and so forth, to make us at least feel that there's some confidence behind all this. But today has completely wiped my confidence.
Okay, I have an issue with what you just said. I don't think it should be individual 1 of 2,000, 2 of 2,000, etc. Because I feel like people will get very upset if they had redeemable number 1, but then they get physical pop number 1,000.
Okay, let's say that matches the NFT itself. Because that actually has a number attached to it.
Logistically, there's no way that Funko is going to do that. I, at the very least, would ask Funko if there were, like you had mentioned before, I'll just use this number, 1988 redeemed, 1988 on the sticker. I know for a fact that it is very easy to get stickers printed. The fact that Funko isn't saying, hey, we need X amount of stickers that say this is bullshit.
Funko could do a lot of things. I think there should be a proof of destruction that all of the people who maintain the NFT Funko Pops get. I don't know if Funko is looking at this from the perspective that it's an NFT thing and that's really what you're paying for, and the Funko Pop itself is just an added bonus. Like, I don't know if that's the thought process behind all this, and then it just doesn't matter. Like, it's Wild Wild West now.
Yeah.
But that is absolute because we all spend a lot of money. I'm thinking about the amount of money that you and I have spent over the course of time to
A
get
lot.
all these things. When we go out and buy a normal Funko Pop, we're spending upwards of $15, $20 max, $21
Yeah.
from Funko Shop.
Who cares about that stuff, right?
But we're talking about real currency that's wrapped into all this.
On that note, I collected a comment and it says, spent $100 plus on a redeemable each, and Funko does this.
Right, so we all spend our real money for these NFT cards to get these redeemables. We spend
Yes.
even more money to finish the royalty set, right? So we all dump a bunch of money into Funko Pops that should carry a real value. And if we're just going to allow everybody just to go and buy them for $15, it completely negates the value of these pieces.
Absolutely.
It ruins the entire concept, and I don't know how Funko can allow this to slip through their fingers. Now,
No.
if these Funko Pops showed up at the Arizona warehouse randomly and they were just there and people were finding them and buying them, that's one thing. They printed a sign that said NFT and $15. Now, are they referring to an NFT card pack that you can buy there digitally with your
No.
phone? Are you using your phone? No, you're buying the Funko Pop for $15.
Yeah.
How is that even remotely okay? And we're talking
It's not.
about the biggest business at this point, probably for them. This is the biggest business that they're doing.
Absolutely.
Nothing trumps this. Not even selling anime Funko Pops. None of that. This is the biggest business that they have, and this will carry them forward, and they will make them a lot of money, and everybody's on board. Most of what they put up sells out. They're making money hand over fist, and they don't even have to produce a lot of physical pieces.
Nope. They are making more money on NFTs than they are with anything because they're selling so much for the chance for someone to get something physical. So they're paying a small amount for the small amount of physical redeemables that they have, but they're making a ton of money with all of the digital cards that
Right.
they're selling. This is a huge issue. And I saw a few people in the Drop Discord, and you know, I'm not going to say that they're wrong. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but they're like, I don't understand why you guys are so upset, because I'll use Freddy as Captain Cutler for an example. There's the potential for them to have 2,000 pieces, period. So if they're only able to have 2,000 pieces, but there were only 1988 redeemed, why is everyone so upset about it? Everybody's so upset about it because a lot of people have to spend aftermarket prices to receive that pop.
Well, I mean, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Leonardo, that's a high-end pop.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking close, maybe $1,000 now. I don't know the exact number, but he's way up there. And a lot of people were spending $500 on it on the secondary market, and somebody walks into the warehouse and spends $15.
Yeah.
We have been talking about the downfall of Funko and how we wanted to see them do better. And when I saw that this warehouse thing popped up, I wanted to make a video on it, but I realized when that idea came to my mind that it wasn't much for us to cover. They're setting up a warehouse and they're selling Funko Pops. I thought that people would go in there and just buy a bunch of bullcrap. But now that we're seeing all of this nonsense sort of come out of it, it almost feels like Funko has virtually sold its soul off, and they're just selling everything. Here's everything that we have that has some sort of value to it, and we're just going to sell it to you at a reduced cost. Take it and just get it the hell out of here. We don't want anything to do with this stuff anymore. And what they don't understand is that some of this stuff, I'm not saying all of it, let's talk about NFTs specifically, it makes some of this stuff lose its value, and additionally, it makes people lose confidence.
They can't be trusted.
They can't be trusted.
So who's to say when you buy a limited pop on Funko.com that 3,000 piece sticker doesn't mean 30,000 pieces? Who's to say?
Well, it's true.
And on top of that, I find it really bizarre. The Hall H Funko Pops are showing up, and I'm not saying like I'm mad about it. I just find it really weird that such low numbered items are showing up there when there were more than that amount of people at the event. It's
Yeah.
weird.
When you go to a con, you know, they might have put these things in nooks and crannies throughout the con,
Yeah.
misplaced them, whatever. I don't even care about any of that. Like I said in the beginning, it's nice that people just happen to be there and they could buy it.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's cool. Well, I just wanted to bring it up because a lot of people are pissed off about it.
Sure.
I find it weird, but that's not the infuriating part for me. The infuriating part is the NFT thing, just because you spend so much f***ing money on these.
Well, we also paid to get into Fright Night, which was not that great. It was less than spectacular. And now they're selling all the sodas that were included in that event for a really low price. We paid $400 to get into this event, and now they're just sort of giving some of this stuff away.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer, but again, not so worried about that. It's the NFT thing. And we have been talking about the demise of Funko in many videos and a lot of the things that they're doing incorrectly. And this is a perfect example of them trying to make as much money as they possibly can to profit for some reason. And the reason what we talked about before was Big B had to get out of this whole legal catastrophe.
Well, let's be clear though, Funko makes a ton of money, so $7 million is just a drop in the bucket
Chump
for them.
change, sure.
What else is going on behind the scenes? However, I don't think that this warehouse sale has as much to do with making money as it does for tax purposes. They're clearing out inventory just before tax time.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Good thought. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly why they're doing it.
They're getting rid of it all.
They're just getting rid of everything. They're like, hey, let's just have a flash sale and get rid of it. And they know they will. They have people sitting outside, like, sleeping overnight.
I saw that people were flying in.
Yeah.
If I flew in, you better believe I'd want one of them Grail Pops or whatever that they were selling.
But the NFT thing is really rubbing me the wrong way. And again, it really affects the confidence that I have in them. We've talked about this many, many times in many past videos. And just as a reiteration, all the problems that we've seen from Drop, as you mentioned before, now we're seeing stuff like this. Do we want to go out and buy NFTs anymore and continue buying into something that is completely... It's just a dark void. We don't know true numbers. We don't know if they're destroying the things that they're supposed to destroy.
We know that they're not.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's allegedly, right? Because we don't know 100%. True. But there is a lot of information here, a lot of photos, and a lot of people talking. My God, by the way, that guy who said all that in that video, the guy recorded it. You know he's gone. They had to kick him out.
If they can get rid of their top artists who produce like some of their best works,
right? You
know that they're kicking that guy out.
That was his first and last day.
I feel so bad for him.
Wonder if he even got to lunch.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to laugh about it, but I mean, geez, they put this person out there, and he's the sort of the voice of the...
But he shouldn't say anything. He should say, this is the line, and that's it. He shouldn't be telling collectors what was going on yesterday.
Right, well, him bringing up the NFT thing that's a nail in the casket. Well, but them putting it again on the sign, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they even put it on the sign. When somebody sent me that picture earlier, I think it might have been the first thing I opened, and I'm looking down the list, I'm like, okay, looking at all the prices, and I'm like, NFT?
This is a very crazy situation.
So right now, a lot of people are angry on the Drop Discord.
Oh, it's going crazy. I couldn't even keep up.
And no one on Discord or on the Drop side will respond to this.
No.
It's the fact that basically Funko has them by the balls. Yes. And Drop is not allowed to speak on the matter. They may know things, but they're not allowed to speak about it.
Or they don't know a damn thing because, again, this is at Funko's warehouse. It's not like Drop said, hey guys, flash sale. So they might not know anything. And it sucks because they're the ones getting the brunt of it because they're the ones that you typically reach out to when there are questions.
At this point, all hope is lost.
So I was on the Discord today and it was literally like boom, 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 boom.
Sure.
Like people would not stop. Like I don't blame them.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm upset with them. I just didn't post it on Discord. I'm instead doing it here. Instead, I'm making a video about it.
I did collect some comments.
You collected comments?
I collected comments from various places, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Like I said earlier, there is a screenshot from Twitter that is literally Drop saying that any redeemables that don't get redeemed get destroyed. So with that being said, Patrick also said that on Drop. Someone replied to him. Someone went back and found it.
Okay.
Replied to him saying that and said, we got proof you don't.
Oh. Is it possible that Drop was told that they were and Funko didn't?
Possibly, yes.
Okay, we got to get off this because if we keep siding with Drop in some capacity, I'm trying to look at this from a perspective. Well, I'm trying to look at it from a perspective that Funko is the overlord and Drop just has to do what Funko tells them to do.
That's
which is the relationship.
Their relationship.
That's the relationship. I'm just saying we got to stay very neutral here.
What we're doing, we're not siding with anybody. We are stating what we know, and we are also speculating with our own opinions.
You got a point. Okay, go ahead.
So if anyone gets mad at anybody, it shouldn't be us. We're not siding with Drop. We're not siding with Funko. There are times where we play devil's advocate because there isn't solid proof, and there are things that we know that a lot of people just assume are false.
Right. Well, if you're going to be angry, you can just eat my beehole. I just said that.
Yeah. Eat my beehole at Gastlecast.com if you want to send an email.
Don't tell them to eat your beehole. I'm pretty sure they're going to agree to that.
No, that's Chris's
Yeah,
email.
you're eating my beehole.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
So remember I said that there were people who were like not understanding why people were upset? So someone said, I'm not sure why a lot of you are upset. It's not going to change the value. Someone replied, and this is 100% summing up how I would assume most people feel. It's not about the value. It's about transparency. People don't like getting lied to.
Yeah, it is all about the transparency, and we've been saying that Funko needs to be more transparent.
Then I have a bunch of screenshots of people tagging Parker and Patrick saying, you guys busy?
See, that's the problem, is that people can reach out directly to them because of the Discord. They can't reach out directly to the big. You can't go after Funko right now. You could maybe email support.
I guarantee you that Funko would just say, oh, contact Drop support at whatever their email address is. Someone said, perhaps destroyed means lost in a warehouse in Arizona.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
One that I collected just because it was funny, the person who said that it's not about the value, it's because they lied. Someone replied, so do politicians, but you're not jumping onto their Twitter to make a big issue about it. First of all, people jump all over
that
politicians'
happens, like,
Twitter.
all the time.
Yes.
What planet do you live on?
Whether it's politicians or news sources or whatever,
Yeah,
people get so spun up over politics on Twitter. But the person who initially said we're mad about being lied to said, dude, you're comparing a toy company to politicians.
Of course.
Someone said, my TMNT coin expired because I forgot to redeem and assumed it was an L, but y'all out here selling them still? Bogus.
That is a very good point. I didn't think about that. Absolutely. So if you forget to redeem, which in my opinion, I cannot even fathom that.
No.
Because I'm so on top of it.
Yeah.
But the fact that people do, and TMNT was a brand new at the time, so I can understand how people could have forgot.
Yeah.
But that's perfect. That's... yeah, 100%.
Someone tagged Skylar from Drop and said, you should stop watching anime and give us some answers, bruh. But someone replied to them and said, they're just messengers. Big guys probably forming a response right now. So I'm glad that there's somebody sticking up for the Drop employees, but at the same time, I don't think anyone's forming a response.
No, there's no transparency at any time. Well, to be honest with you, at this point in time, I feel like if they would ever have to be transparent about anything,
it has to be now.
Now is that you got to do it now, because this could be a make or break for people that go after Funko NFTs. Imagine if people start a movement, we're not going to buy them anymore and we're going to screw NFTs. What if that happens? I mean, that very well could happen right now.
It's bullshit, but if you really want your voice to be heard, your wallet speak louder than your mouth, don't buy anymore.
What's the next drop?
Nickelodeon, I'm buying that.
I don't want any of them.
I want the Reptar. I want the Reptar.
Are you serious?
You went after Teen Titans Go and you can't even name one character. Shut the up.
Thank you, Slade.
You only know Slade because he's a
Red Robin. What's up, Bumblebee? Aqualad.
Bumblebee's a transformer. Aqualad is like Aquaman, but he's a lad. And Red Robin is a restaurant chain.
Okay, pipe down there, Hoss.
I didn't spend all day yesterday trying to learn the NFT community for people just to end up with them in their hands.
yeah, but I forgot about that part too. You have to go through all the learning curves and everything. Absolutely. And you know, people watch our tutorial, and that helps them sometimes. I'm just plugging that a little bit. You know, in case this whole NFT thing still lives after all this.
Yeah, nobody's watching our NFT tutorial after this. But if you want to, link in the description below.
Exactly. Yeah, go watch it.
I know we're really selling you on Funko NFTs now. One of our friends DM'd us and said, imagine we're all overreacting. They're selling NFT cards for $15.
Right? Well, a lot of people have jumped on us for being so negative about the things that are going on in the Funko world.
We have every reason to be.
Well, we do because of everything that's going on. This just adds to the stack. I wonder if this is going to change the minds of the people who said that we're being too negative and that we're being too angry. We're the realists of the Funko YouTube community.
Absolutely.
So we're just going to be real about everything that happens, and we're going to show our distaste for things that occur. Sometimes we're a little petty. It happens. But for this, there's no petty about this. This is crazy.
My nickname in high high school was? Petty Spaghetti.
That wasn't your nickname.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
You've told me multiple times your nickname was ass eater, but you ain't never eat mine.
Okay, that's too much for this news video.
Okay, last but not least, I did see someone call them Funkos. And in response, someone said, LOL, NFT collectors, 12 Funkos. Funko collectors, 12 Pops.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's all for my screenshots and my comments. There was a lot.
Well, it's still going on. The war is still going on. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about this. You mentioned that, I think it's a minor few. It has to be that they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Why are we concerned? Well, we're concerned because we're all putting our money into this. Again, somebody mentioned you have to go through a whole learning process. Now you're going to school for this, right?
Basically.
So, and then people buying on the secondary, right? And now these people are getting these things for a lot cheaper. Funko, even thinking that this was okay, somebody screwed up. They made a sign that said NFT $15. We have talked to many of the former Funko employees. If you know anybody on the other side, please, I pray to you, email us and let us know what this thought process was. If anybody knows anything, I want to know, please email us, gastlecast@gmail.com.
I'm not seeing anything new. I'm not seeing any breaking news. So everything that we've recorded up until this point is the news. So that's a good sign. And I'm sort of hoping that in the couple of hours it takes you to edit this video, nothing new comes out. But if not, we'll just cover it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to cover it in another video. This is so much, is very overwhelming.
It really is.
What do we even do from here? Do we stop NFT stuff, or you want Freddy as Reptar? You're feeding right into them.
I know.
You're eating out of their little hand.
I know. But I don't live near Arizona. Like, I live all the way on the other side of the country.
Oh, you can't act like that.
So even if Funko did regularly sell their unredeemed NFT pops over at their warehouse, I'm not going over there to get it for $15.
You know, if they sold all of the Transformers NFTs there today,
you'd be so mad.
Oh, I'd be so angry. Well, because I had to wait for so long. That's another aspect. You got to wait forever to get these things. This guy walked into a warehouse and just bought them off the shelf. Oh, I got some Leonardos. It's time to go home. I mean, what the
Time to flip them bitches.
And you know, I just got my Pop Shield armors from $7 a pop to put all my Transformer NFTs in there. Isn't that weird? It just coincides with the day when everything's going crazy. I'm protecting my NFT Funko Pops when they're not even being protected at Funko Warehouse. I was going to say HQ, but I'm Warehouse.
You know, this is funny, though. Funko is straight up putting on a flea market.
Funko's doing whatnot. What do you think of that?
Oh, it's not even whatnot. It's flea market You know, Wasatch always gets those really great flea market finds, flea markets and garage sales, where he's like, oh, I found this $400 grail for like $2.
Yeah.
That's what Funko's doing.
100%.
He's finding them from people who probably don't know the value, but Funko knows the value.
Oh my God.
And they're putting them for sale at $15. Are we dreaming?
No, it's a nightmare.
Are we nightmaring?
We're nightmaring right now, yeah. It's really bad. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens and what the next piece of information is going to be. Hopefully it isn't worse. Hopefully tomorrow they don't open the doors and say, well, we got all the Transformer NFTs and all the Nickelodeon NFTs.
What if Avengers Loki shows up there tomorrow? Anything could happen.
Oh my God, Avengers Loki, if he shows
Venom?
up. Oh my, Freddy Funko as Venom?
Yeah.
The Gold Hopper?
Gold Hopper?
Oh no.
Willy Wonka 2-pack? Could you imagine how frustrated and pissed off Grail Monster would be?
He spent $100,000 they just show up.
Yeah, for like $30.
Let us know what you think about all this bullshit and more in the comment section down below, because this is terrible.
This is crazy.
In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to SpasticCollectibles.com, Paulie D's Pops, Matthew Matthias, Trina and Travis, Nick Lizer, Pop Alex 223, Little Stevie, David Palma, Silver Haired Fox, and Foolish Morgan. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. All right, well, we'll be back soon to bring you a lot more bad news.
Yep.
And so we'll catch you next time. Remember, as always, what?
Before you do that, I did want to say that someone unfortunately left our channel yesterday. They said that we bring too much doom and gloom. And I just want to say that they're not wrong. Here we are with more f***ing doom and gloom.
All right. Well, remember, as always, we hunt together. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
What did you just do?
I don't know.
We hunt together. Yeah.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that a ceiling tile hit me in the head today? Did you see my wound?
Oh my God! You really have a wound.
Yeah, I know. It almost knocked me out.
Can I kiss it?
Huh? No. It's better if we don't. Remember, as always, we hunt together. Yes, we'll catch you next time.
No, we
What?
bitch together.
Remember, as always, we bitch together. Yes, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.